Road trip. Me and Stuart are headed down to Kentucky Lake to meet up with Steve Welch, also known as the Lake Shelbyville fishing guide, and we are meeting up at Paris Landing State Park and fishing in the Big Sandy unit. One of my fondest and most frightful childhood memories was visiting Kentucky Lake with my sister and brother-in-law. That involved seining the creek for crawdads. I was the rake man, and that was pretty cool. Running trot lines and an overnight catfishing trip with a bonfire on a gravel point on the river. It was a great time, although running trout lines was a bit sketchy with both of the adults on board with me, loaded up on moonshine. I was a little worried about my early demise that day. This is my first trip back to the lake since then, and I'm looking forward to a good time. Hey y'all, thanks for joining. I'm your host, the Panfish Guy. We met up at Isha's Country Store for a quick breakfast, and off we went. There was a light rain, and it was very calm to start. I understand you don't get very calm real often at Kentucky Lake.
Okay, there we are. See the fish on top? Yeah. So they are 10, 11 feet. These are 14 feet. I'm just going to sneak up there as slow as a snail.
As Steve explains, we are pushing minnows up on stake beds with a single pole approach for each of us. If it was me, I'd probably have 8 poles out in front of the boat, and likely it would be chaos. So first drop, bam! A 2-pounder hit the deck. It was a great start. I managed to lose another good fish when I let the weight drop when the fish hit the surface. And for some reason, I kept foul hooking them in the side.
I got one. You got one? Digging? Digging? I need to know. Yes. Right under the boat. I see you. I see you. What are you digging? How long that take? First drop. There. In for 2-pounder. Get him soon, soon. Oh, sorry. Yeah, swing in here. He's good enough. That's a good one.
After a while, we changed approach and we were casting to the stake beds as the fish were proving to be a bit spooky. We moved around a lot to different spots and really worked for the fish we caught.
Yeah.
Steve really worked his butt off that day.
Long time. There we go. Right over.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, I think I talked to.
There's one. Good one?
Yeah,
Catfish. That's got a good catfish. Oh, shit. Get out of your way, because you're going to hang up me. Yeah, that's catfish.
He ain't ready yet.
No.
He ain't ready.
Catfish.
The point to the trip was really about gathering intel for future trips, since I now only live about 90 minutes away from the lake. I learned a lot, asked a ton of questions, and I am ready to try a solo trip down here.
Screw up the rest of my net. I broke 2 rings of it off the other day trying to get one of these things in. Well, we might be a seed.
Coming up.
I saw him a little bit. Maybe this time.
He said, nope. No, thank you.
I see you.
Steve spends a few weeks a year at Kentucky Lake and guides full-time at Lake Shelbyville in central Illinois. I have put a link to his page in the description below. If you ever need a guide, give him a shout. That's going to be it for us today, guys. Until next time. So that's going to do it for this episode. Make sure you check out the all-new my724outdoors.com page. Hit up the forums and post your adventures. It's great stuff. Also, check out my socials at Panfish Guy on Facebook, Daniel Palmer 5623 on Instagram, at PanfishG on Twitter, or my webpage at panfishguy.com. Log on and grab some swag for your favorite fishermen. If you like this video, please like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. Rub a little fish slime on that notification bell so you'll be notified when I infrequently post a video. Hey, knock it off.